I am unapologetically a pro-life mother, pro-life American. I believe that it is our job to preserve life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, first and foremost, life. And if it's the only thing that I do while I'm here is to preserve life, I will be able to hold my head up and be able to stand in front of my children and say, I've used my talents for something good. Um, I was put on the select panel on infant lives, and I have to say, serving on financial services, it wasn't always it wasn't the natural jump for me. It was really interesting when the previous speaker put me on the select panel. I was trying to figure out what my niche was. We had a lot of attorneys, a lot of doctors, people who are really versed in that area, and I tried to figure out what my position was. And this is a really good lesson to all of the people who are in the audience. You have gifts and you have talents that are not opportunities to use for the benefit of society, but it's your obligation to do that. And I remember sitting down thinking, as I'm listening to what happens to a person that goes through a Planned Parenthood clinic. And then I started realizing that a 14-year-old, and at that time, my middle child was 14, can actually go into a clinic, agree on her own without the consent of a parent or someone there being an advocate for her to say, I'm going to agree to a major medical procedure, and then I'm also going to agree to give up that child for either selling their parts for research and be able to make that decision. I have to tell you that it is so un-American. We have desensitized our society and desensitized our youth. To think that that same child, our federal government and society says that that child cannot get behind the wheel of a car, cannot register to vote, cannot join the military, can't even go on a field trip without their parent's signature, but yet they can go into a clinic without an advocate there and at the scariest time of their lives and be able to do and consent to these procedures is beyond me. And that's where I felt like my voice came in, because I remembered my 14-year-old daughter and how she can be in that situation.